Namaste, beautiful yogis. Welcome from the beautiful Black Sea, and I just wanted to start this vlog outside so I can show you. I can show you my view in the morning. It's a gloomy day, and we're getting ready to go to the beach, which probably it will feel a little cold today, but it is very pretty nonetheless. And I'm doing a what I eat in a day video. So I will start with a little intro and then we can get on with the day. So the intro is that my days really differ from day to day. They're very different. Mama. And because I posted kind of like a muscle building post on Instagram, and everybody asked to do what I eat in a day, so I figured I'll do at least a couple I have to do so that you see that they're all different from each other depending on the season, the place, of course where I'm, availability and stuff. This is my perfect what I eat in a day, but that doesn't happen often because I'm not always where figs grow and the weather is beautiful. But I'll show you something that is my dream life, which is just walk around and pick figs and just be very close to nature and eat very simple. But that's not, often all the time. No event. All right, I'll I'll show you my first meal a little later. So before we begin, I just wanted to make a little intro and say that my days really differ from one another. Depending on the season, where I'm at, cravings, etc. Things are different, and I'm not strict or specific about my diet. I go by what's available and what is delicious. It's very simple. What is delicious? What feels good? And we just spent a few days at a retreat where I was eating watermelon and walnuts for breakfast, and then some grapes or figs through the day, and a salad for dinner. Twice they had vegan beans, so I had that, and sometimes maybe bread or rice cakes, but overall mostly salad for dinner with lettuce and cucumber and tomato. So I think the majority of my calories was coming from fruit, figs. I don't think, but it was that. So I don't count calories because it's near impossible to know what you're eating when you're just picking and just eating until satiation or until your fruit runs out. It probably, when it's a lot of fruit, it probably will be something between 2,000 and 3,000, but I have no idea in actuality. And I don't think it matters. When you eat raw, fresh food, it really doesn't matter. Your body will tell you when it's too much. I'll address one of the very most common questions and we'll get started. People often ask about bloating. I think with bloating it takes a few years to adjust the microbiome in your gut so that the bacteria and the flora in your gut is specific to your diet. So if you're eating a lot of meat, when you first eat broccoli, it will bloat you because you don't have the bacteria that digest broccoli. So it takes a while to shift. I would say probiotics and just consistency and small changes and listening to your body and see how much you can change at what time will help. I started as a kid, so I think I changed my diet early. Oh my god, how is this vlog gonna run with this baby? But anyways, I was trying to talk real fast so I can say what I wanted to say, but that is it. I'll just show you what I ate today, and then I'll try to create a few more vlogs so that you see that my diet differs. But today, hopefully it will be figs from trees and maybe a beer with the figs. That's my goal, is to buy a beer and go sit under a fig tree. So that's my dream dinner. And during the day we'll see some breads, and they have really beautiful sourdough breads here. So that will be it. But I don't eat like this has protein, this has carbs and so forth. I just eat with, as I said, with my cravings and with the availability. And from this booty and this mama, we'll see you soon. So we started our day with this coffee from IKEA. I found it from IKEA. Very hard to find good coffee in Bulgaria. Those fancy coffees that are now really popular in America. So this one is really good, medium roast. I hate burnt dark roast beans. and I just soak them in a cup of water, and then I strain it in another cup, and that's it. Very simple to make. We started with 2 cups just to be extra celebratory today. And coffee doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, if the caffeine bothers you, etc., it's obviously not good for you, because everybody has to figure it out for themselves. 1 cup a day for me generally is fine, and I think the acidity of coffee is pretty good for your stomach, because your stomach is supposed to be acidic, and that makes it digest properly and kill bacterial and infectious things properly. So in general, it suits my stomach, but you know, I don't recommend it. It's not something I recommend. Everybody has to figure out what works for them. This works for me. I love it. I enjoy the ritual. So that's how I started the day. And as I said, I'm mostly vegan, or mostly plant-based, but I have honey with the coffee. So coffee, and the honey is my dad's honey. Actually, he has his own. So when I come to Bulgaria, I don't buy honey anymore ever in America. I used to. Now I don't, but when I come to Bulgaria, I can't resist it. It's my family's bees, and it's the best honey on earth. So I've had that. All right. And blueberries, because it's Lori's favorite.
Those are blackberries.
I mean blackberries. And a little side of the road. But they're all very high, the good ones. She's insatiable with blackberries. She says Momo, and there's none for me.
There's a whole bunch right there.
Yeah, so don't count this as any of my intake, because it all goes in her tummy. I'm sacrificing. The little hearts. Ouch.
Is that a candy wrapper, or that's a lozenge?
Lozenge. Licorice stevia. My favorite. I need to get to those ones. Be careful, Watson.
Careful.
So it's really overcast today. We wanted to go to the beach, but instead we're gonna go to the playground, and I'm gonna pick some figs. And that's gonna be some of my meals today. I'm just gonna pick figs as we walk through the trees. I will see if these trees work, because they're high. But that's gonna be a lot of my sugar is figgies up there. And if I can live like this, like walking around and picking figs, that's my choice. Meals. Later we'll go shopping for veggies. Bye, Mama. There's many figs here, and all the trees are covered with so many figs. And figs from the tree are really special. They don't store well when transported. So from the tree they're really special. Delicious and very dessert-like. I had a bunch of figs, and we're headed towards the playground. It's right by the sea. She's running for the playground. So I had a lot of figs, and I can't show you on a plate, obviously, because it's kind of eating. But if you don't have fruit like that, just buy grapes, buy a watermelon, buy whatever is the most delicious at the moment. Right now I'm loving the grapes, and I'll buy whatever I can. There is not a lot of shopping here in this town, so we'll see. There's the playground. It's pretty cute, right by the water. And there is the little playground, Floaty playing, and the view. So you see, through my day, there isn't necessarily every day a food that is quote-unquote high in protein. I am pretty much eating just food, just figs, just beans, sometimes bread. Yesterday was some very delicious bread with sunflower seeds, flax seeds, real dense. Just very simple, and the more simple I eat, the better I feel, because sometimes when I'm at home, I have my latte machine. I make this matcha lattes with nut milks and all these fancies, and honestly I feel better when I just eat simple and just say figs for my first meal of the day, because I do 2 meals only, and sometimes just honey or some snacks. Figs, and I eat some of Lori's snacks and cookies and pretzels and stuff. And then for dinner just veggies or just beans or just bread and veggies, just simple, just broccoli or something like that. Keep it simple. Like, keeping it simple always works really well for me, like energy levels, digestion, everything. Be careful, you'll fall, you will fall. All right, so let's tend to the baby. And we have found really good cookies and chocolates here and pretzels. So we have good snack food. Closing the gates. Oops. We're closing the gates and coming in the next one. We just did a workout at an outside gym. So they have playgrounds for kids and playgrounds for parents, and your back pull-ups looked really good.
Oh yeah? I could barely do any.
He's tired today. Daddy's tired. Haydi давай сядь. We should go check out the labyrinth. Look at the pier. Show the pier. This one? Looks like the sun is coming out and we're gonna probably have an actual beach day. And I really want to shoot a little yoga video or a yoga Instagram. Down there, there is one really beautiful place down there with white rocks only. It's gorgeous. Look at this place, sunny. This looks like a putting golf place. There's probably nothing healthier than ocean air figs. This little fig tree has really sweet figs right here at the ocean. We found this live beer. They brew it here, live beer cafe, and we'll split one with Johnny. I'll have probably less, but I was craving beer. Cheers. Cheers. And we're walking towards the little cliff. Daddy. Daddy. Mwah. We just got a watermelon and grapes and this chocolate, which is pretty good. It's a Whole Food Vegan, the company. And they're destroying it with Lottie, but they'll leave some for me. Lottie. Barvi. Hello, Lottie. Aha, слива. Да, после ще купим и сливи. She's eating blueberries, her favorite. Хайде, върви. So this is our little haul today. We got a big watermelon and figs, lots of grapes. These are 3 different white grapes varieties. Lottie really wanted a cup of blueberries. Sorry about the plastic cup, but really difficult to avoid it, and that's how they sell them. And these grapes are also Bulgarian. And cucumbers. She's all about carrots and bananas lately, Lottie. Tomato for mama and figs. And these are really good. Hazelnut, chocolate, and peanut butter chocolate, and dark chocolate. So I'm gonna eat a lot of the grapes, watermelons, cucumbers. So very simple food, chocolate, and I'll just eat till satiation. And we'll cut up this watermelon. I'm curious to see how good it is. So tasted the grapes and they're really good and really different. They do look similar, but if you look close, see this one as opposed to this one. They're all really big. And as opposed to this one, really, I love white grapes that have that amber color. These are also very good. So it's a very simple day of eating for me. Really simple. You probably will find it unexciting, but to me this is the best, I feel. And it doesn't happen often because I don't live by the beach and walk around and pick fruit and buy fresh grapes. But when I can, I'll just eat this and then I'll make salad with this, and that's it. A very simple salad with a little bit of salt. And the only nut, unfortunately, we have right now, I don't even know if Johnny finished it, is hazelnuts, peeled hazelnuts. Otherwise, I've been having walnuts. So, although it's simple, it's pure, beautiful fuel, and I love it. So, I'll do another day of eating whenever I'm eating a little more complicated things and cooked bean soups and stuff like that. But this is today's fresh eating at the beach. So I just cut up the watermelon because everybody wants watermelon. So we'll have watermelon. I had a lot of grapes, and then I'll make salad with the cucumbers and the carrots and everything else, and the tomato, and with just salt because I didn't bring anything else. I only have lemon juice, no beans, no potatoes. So for now, just plain. And I love that. It's really plain, maybe unexciting to most of you, but when I get to have a day like this, I feel amazing and satiated because I'm getting calories. It's just very simple and plain foods, as pretty much as they come, because it's really hard to shoot with the baby. Maybe that's why I don't make vlogs, but because I read this when it's very powerful when I was a teenager, that all foods were baked, all fruits were baked in the sun, and you don't need any other type of cooking when it comes to fruits and even vegetables. And basically comparing the genius of nature as a chef to the best chef in the world is no comparison. Nature has so much more nature is so much more powerful as a chef, and in preparing all these combinations of flavors and the amount of water and the color and the nutrients and all of that. You cannot get that even from the finest pastry chef. Anyways, I can't finish the sentence here because this baby is about to drop something on the ground or something. She's just, look, she's just ready to, she's ready to get this this show started. And later we'll go for bean soup here at the restaurant. I saw on their menu that they have bean soup, and Lottie requested beans, so we'll go there. But for now, this is it. Very simple.
Mama, I eat that.
Does it? All right, finishing with after I probably half of the watermelon and all the fruit and other things throughout the day. So just cucumber with wild garlic. This is wild garlic salt. It's a particular variety of wild garlic that grows in just one place in Bulgaria, not I think maybe one more country in the world. Very rare, and it's dried in salt, and it's used as salt, but it's very garlicky. And I just happen to have that because I bought it from a small farmer's market at the Spring Resort, hot spring place. So this is a little finisher. I'll chop up the cucumber and put the garlic salt on it. So it's the next day, and we have a really sunny, beautiful beach day, and a little fig tree at the beach that's covered in figs. It's a massive tree actually. So we're doing some swimming and just having a really good time. It's her first Seychelles. So it's the next day, and today we have a little more variety because I bought beans and potatoes, and they're cooking. Again, veggies, and more veggies in the fridge. But also this bread, which is pretty good, especially there's two varieties of this bread, and it's full of seeds and cracked grains, so it's really filling and nutritious and kind of heavy actually. And of course my fig harvest, so it's gonna be substantial. Yummy. And for dressing we don't have anything but the garlic soy I showed you I think yesterday, so this is gonna be all our flavoring. That's all we have, and it's a wild garlic soy that is phenomenal and just really rare, very hard to find. So that is it from us. Bye.